What are the main takeaways from the economic forecast and then from the revenue forecast?
I think, it's clear that Oregon is in recession, just like the nation. And so we're in a very, very severe recession, in part due to the suppression that we're doing for social distancing to, flatten the curve and stop the spread of contagious disease. And so the economy is data with that. And now that's not to try and make a health versus the economic argument, right? They're two sides of the same coin. Even if we were to lift all restrictions tomorrow, but people were hesitant because of the uncertainty. We were not going to go out to eat as much as we were. We're not going to shop as much as we were because we don't have clarity on the public health side. So the economy wouldn't come all the way back just because the virus isn't taken care of. And so I think it's going to take some time. Even if we were to get a vaccine sooner than expected, right? People are talking about a year from now is a reasonable timeline. And so even if we get something faster than that, it's still going to take a couple years to get all the way back. You just can't turn the lights back on the economy and expect it to, snap back exactly the way it was. And so some things are going to get broken. We're going to have firms go under. We're going to have new firms start up and take their place. And so it's going to be at minimum, a multi-year process. We think it's going to be a 4 to 5 year time period before Oregon's economy gets all the way healthy again.
One of the things I was interested in was your comment that 10% of firms go under every year in a good year. Do you have a sense of how much that might accelerate?
We don't, right? We don't have a good measure of that, and that data that we get on startups and closures is lagged by a good 6 to 9 months. So it's going to be a while before we get the official statistics on that. We have some leading indicators on that, so we'll have a good idea here in the months ahead. Is one of them is new business applications as Secretary of State, right? So if you operate a business in Oregon, whether you're doing something for the farmers market or you're a large multinational corporation, you're still filing for your business name and your license. So we'll have some idea in the months ahead. And the other one, particularly for leisure and hospitality, is the renewal rate for OLCC licenses, right? The ones that just came in March, they're due every quarter, or businesses are on a rotating schedule. The ones that were due in March just a couple months ago looked good, right? Our contacts at OLCC said they look good. The next round are coming up here in June. Sort of indicator how many bars and restaurants aren't even going to survive or try to survive. And so that'll be something that's really important to look at. Right, 10% of firms close in a good economy. In the Great Recession, we saw 14% of firms close. So I think it's fair to say we're going to be north of that given the severity of the shutdown.
How high do you see unemployment going?
Today we have 20%, right?
I'm sorry, how many percent?
Yeah, right now we have unemployment skyrocketing up to 22, 23% for this quarter, for this time period we're in now, April, May, June.
Okay.
We have it dropping considerably in the quarters ahead, but still in double-digit territory for a couple of years. It's going to take a long time before we get, anywhere back to close to being normal, we think.